We are at the MBX Films Theater now showing Black Widow, finally, because we're going to open up the Black Widow Deluxe kind of figure here. So I have seen the film now. So full spoilers for Black Widow going forward. A novel concept, opening the figure after you've seen the movie. Whoa! So we're going to open it up, talk about the figure and this costume in the movie and why you'd want to add it to your collection. So let's open it up here. I did make a video about I always wait until I've seen the movie to open the merchandise, because otherwise what do you really have to say about the figure other than what it looks like? I like to compare it to the movie, because that's why I buy them, because I like the movies. We've got some layers here, because this figure does come with its own special adjustable stand. Some high quality stuff here, it looks like. We got a Splosion. It's a Splosion. Splosion is a heavily featured character in the film. Spoiler. We got Small Splosion, which they are featured much less in the film. A couple little bangs here, kind of half. And here's a triple bang. We'll see what all we can do with that exactly. Might just kind of be bullet shots on the ground or something. I'm not sure what we're going for with that. We got some tiny pistols, but I don't think she uses pistols while wearing this costume in the movie. She does have holsters for them, so they'll just kind of be cosmetic appearance. So that's cool. We have some buzzies here that I think are supposed to be sort of Widow Gauntlet Stinger things, and I think in the movie they were red, if I'm recalling this correctly. These are blue. So neat, but possibly not correct. We have these hook weapons, which I believe she also does not use in this costume. They are briefly used here and there, but not much, and I don't think in her white costume. So these could be cool if you get the proper costume figure. I don't think it's a very good accessory for her in this white suit. What she's missing is her kind of back piece here. It's actually bigger and contained the batons that she would use. And she did use them in just the normal baton form, not this hook form at all, in this white suit. So that's kind of missing, where they would holster into this, and it was a much bigger back piece than what we got here. So the one weapon she really did use, she does not come with. But she does come with separate hands for the guns, for the hook weapons, just holding, and then fists on the normal figure. That'd be for those gauntlet kind of stinger weapons. We got this part that is all its own piece. Doesn't seem to be glued in place. You could kind of remove the belt and gun holsters. Not this top part. That's just painted on. Naturally, the face is good. They've had her down since the Infinity War figure with the green vest. Although I think that one might actually be better looking, but still pretty solid with the face. But the suit is all white. There's no variation or any details extra other than up here. There's a tiny bit of gray and red dot, but nothing else. I don't think she had much else on the suit, but it might actually be missing a few little gradations here and there, which normally if it was just a single pack Marvel Legends figure wouldn't be a big deal, but this is some sort of big deluxe release. Like, pistols tuck in pretty tightly here. Don't think they're gonna fall out. So that is good, because she didn't really use them, but it's kind of cool that she's got them there in case she has to pop a sucker, just in case. Oh, so we'll have to pop off the fist just to apply the effect. This, if you want to have her shooting the wrist gauntlet pieces. But I don't think she really used it in this costume either. A lot of her accessories, actually all of her accessories, she didn't use the hooks, she didn't use pistols, and I don't think she used the stingers. We'll see here. Go to the movie footage, just to be sure. But I think she just kind of kicked everybody's butt in the white costume. Switch to open hands. A lot of pieces to keep track of with this figure. Careful not to lose. Again, I think the hooks we're going to have to save for another costume of hers. She didn't really use them in the white suit. So what I need to figure out here is this wacky stand here. Whoa, whoa. So I think the big knob here, oh, we branded it with Hasbro. Little vein there, Hasbro. Come on now. So the big knobs go in the base. Just pop it right in the middle just to try here. So I guess the explosions, same way. Guess we can't put it right in the middle if we want an explosion as well. Explosion just lays in here. Get another one over here. What are these supposed to go to? Luckily there's an instruction booklet. Never mind. We do have a standing peg, and then there are smaller holes here, or just these smaller explosion things if you want just the gunfire looking, or whatever these smaller options are. I mean, what a display stand for the figure, but I guess that is the one thing she really did in this white costume is dodge explosion. So it looks like this piece just goes in the sliding one here, and then it's turnable, kind of snaps into place. Somehow this mechanism is just keeping it in place. It's slidable, yet it stays. Okay. This is just the top. The pincer wants to stay closed, so you'll close it around the figure. This end turns around also, so we can get various positions. Snap that in. Just throw an easy pose here. Just adjustable like this, very tall, which it does stay in place. Slide her down a bit. I mean, it's a pretty nice stand. Get a little wild there. Well, that's too far to keep her on balance. But it is adjustable to a few degrees here. Whoa, side kick. And then of course the up and down does stay in place. You can get pretty high up. That's just a bigger footprint, maybe a smaller piece like this that I usually use just to pose mine for the show here. You can see how much bigger this is. I mean, this is still pretty stable. I mean, you do have to do a little screwing, kind of tighten or release to position it around. This is just kind of plug and play, but you're getting it, it's a little bigger to deal with. So still a cool stand. Could be pretty nice for figures that are more privy to being in flying or otherwise positions. The explosions are pretty nice. I don't think you can fill everything in just from this bigger one. Isn't really meant for off the normal base, since that'll make the footprint even bigger again. I can't really throw all these all over, but interesting idea. I don't know if these are unique to this figure, if these are left over from Hasbro doing other sets like with Star Wars and things. These might be explosions from like a Stormtrooper set or something like that where they did the similar sort of thing. Maybe they're their own unique one, but it's a cool idea, and it is kind of what she was doing in that scene with her white suit, was kind of looking out for all the explosioning going on. It does still just have the feet pegs, and then there's two pegs here where you could kind of get one, or you could get both feet down in here if you can have kind of a wider stance. But then it's kind of pointless here because, I mean, what are you going to have the explosion? She's just standing around. What's the deal? Some options, but for the most part, I think you're just supposed to have her kind of jumping over an explosion. You can kind of pick the weapons she's holding. Although I feel like in this costume, she didn't use any of the weapons that she came with. Maybe she fired a sting? I'm really forgetting. I've only seen the movie one time through. But again, this figure getting a deluxe, and it's only kind of one real action scene where she's in the suit. I think kind of in some more civilian clothes she uses the guns more. But right on the poster here, the black costume, kind of a giveaway that is her main finale kind of costume. The white's just kind of a unique extra. Cool to see just for the variety of costumes for Black Widow, so it's not always just the black suit or even the blue tinted shield and everything. But I'm glad I waited to open up after I saw the movie. I pre-ordered this thinking it was going to go like super quick. I think it's still available everywhere. There's not really any rush on it. There's probably more of a rush on just the single release figures like her in the black suit, of course, and Taskmaster and all of those. Yelena. So noteworthy. I'm glad I did get it just because it does have some cool stuff, and probably some of the weapons I can give to other figures, especially those hook weapons. And it won't hurt to have extra stingers, maybe to give an older movie figure of hers. But otherwise, not really that accurate with all of the stuff together, and a much smaller scene than what would warrant a deluxe figure. So I'll be opening all my Black Widow stuff and all the other Marvel Legends and all the collectibles that I get here. If you want to get subscribed and see the playlist, best way to watch them, cruise through those playlists to see them all and see the new ones after subscribing. So I'll see you in the next video. I got you an explosion. Here you go. I got you a bigger explosion.